Hi, this is Scott Garibay, and today we are here with
Logan Garibay.
And today we're going to talk about Biden's healthcare plans. All right. So let's talk together what we know about Biden's healthcare plans. So my understanding of Biden's health. Oh, and then I'm against, and Logan's for. Right. So we'll go pro-con on this. Right. I'll be the con. You can be the pro. So basically, Logan is in support of anybody who wants to vote for Biden because that will help oust. Are you more for Biden because it will help oust Trump, or do you genuinely believe Biden has a good plan?
I'm a little bit in the middle.
Yeah.
Some of the policies that Biden is doing is a little bit sketchy, but I think it's kind of a win-win. Biden does have some very good plans that I feel like will be very good and helpful, like the climate change policies and the pre-K policies, all that. But also, just getting Trump out of office is very important, in my opinion.
I agree, and one of the reasons why you have really grown strongly in this is what happened this summer with BLM.
Yeah.
And you really feel that Donald Trump really kind of queued up that entire situation, right?
He just awful. Just
Yeah.
Complete.
For racial harmony in America, few presidents have done more to kind of break the foundation of racial harmony, the little harmony we had, and I cannot argue with you that Trump has done. We are a nation of different races, and you and I are evangelical Christians. Jesus Christ said that we are to love all people regardless of their heritage. I am, bound by God to give equal love to every single person on this planet, no matter what their heritage is, and what their race, their lineage, their ancestry is. And I cannot love my own people more than others. And I feel like Donald Trump has failed at this utterly.
Yeah.
And so you have really kind of come along to feel very strongly that putting Biden into place will help this country return to racial harmony.
Yeah.
Correct?
Yes. One thing, I might go on a tangent a little bit here, but my point was that Trump, I'm not saying everybody was in harmony when Obama was around, but it seemed like we have some sense of unity. But Trump completely wrecked that, in my opinion. It's just awful. Like, nothing that he racially does is helpful, in my opinion.
Well, even more than that, like, it was very clear to I voted for Obama twice. And it was very clear that Obama loved every single American equally. He did never. I mean, I think he was very proud to be our first African American president. But at no point, I'm Native American. At no point did I feel any less loved or that my president didn't care for me. There are people, I think, who very legit have gotten some serious signals from Trump that he does not love them equally to people of his own kind. And that is just abominable.
So
right. So you really want Biden because you think he is the best shot to unseat Trump.
Yes.
Correct.
And
totally. Yeah.
So back on topic,
which is healthcare.
Yeah, healthcare.
Okay. Yeah.
So I'm just gonna make some statements about it. I feel like what Trump, or just the Republican Party in general, I'm not saying Trump has done everything in this situation. Overall, Trump doesn't really do everything in the White House. They're like the Senate and all that stuff.
Yeah. So
yeah,
we have
what
three.
It's for, so
the judicial, legislative, and the executive branch.
Yeah.
He only leads the executive branch. There's two other branches completely.
Yeah.
So there's lots going on beyond him.
So sometimes when I say Trump, I kind of mean the Republican Party also.
Right. Yeah. He's totally.
But he is the main leader. But whatever. So Trump, in my opinion. So I think it was 2017 or 16. He dismantled Obamacare.
Oh yeah.
I
think it was early 2017. Yeah. He started in 2016, and in 2017 they made the first cracks in the foundation.
That hurt a lot of people being on Obamacare for like 8 years.
Like
8 years.
So he got in. It was probably in for about 4 or 5 years, and we got to the point where we had a few things from Obamacare, PreExisting Conditions.
Yeah.
It used to be that insurance companies could go, oh, you have a pre-conditioning condition. PShaw, we're not going to give you any. He got rid of that. He made it so that everybody in the nation, no matter who you were, no matter what job you had, you could get some level of care, and I think he drastically reduced the number of people who had no insurance. Obama right away was like, let's get those preconditioning conditions back for insurance companies. Let's make sure that that, and then also did not care at all if some people couldn't afford insurance. Do you remember what the second one was in there? So so at least those two items, he had really cracked down on the foundations.
And one of the main things that Trump strived for his candidacy was to repeal Obamacare.
Yeah, it's true.
Which was one of his main things.
Promised to do it.
Yeah, and which I thought it was pretty bad. So this is my opinion on healthcare. What we've seen, I've seen a lot of stories about this. Just people being reckoned, having children with crazy diseases or whatever, having their bills going up to $1 million, so they need to switch insurance at that point.
Yeah.
It's really bad. The medical system and billing is already kind of corrupted and messed up, but that's a topic for another day. So
you don't like the fact that if somebody in your family gets the wrong disease, you could be bankrupt in a year.
Yeah.
Your entire family, and you could be bankrupted for 20 years.
Yeah,
and never be able to recover, maybe. Yeah. Right.
And
you think if Biden gets in, the odds of that are going to be lower, correct?
Yes, correct.
I think that is without a doubt true. That is absolutely true. My objection to that, and one of the reasons why I plan not to vote for Biden and I plan to do a write-in for Andrew Yang, is I feel that when he does that, when he puts in more Obamacare and more of a European-style healthcare, that we right now have the best doctors in the world. Generally, the flow for medical care is people from all over the world come to America for the best care in the world. Americans are not going to other nations for medical procedures. If they are, the only thing they would be going for is cheaper, right? If you want quality, and there might be a few isolated circumstances, but overall, the number of people who come into America is easily in the 10,000s for surgeries and all kinds of medical procedures.
Yeah.
The people who go out is virtually none, right? So my point is, I think the level of quality in our medicine will go down the more we have government involved in shaping insurance or in shaping in the medical.
So, in my opinion, I think what Joe Biden is going to do is probably Obamacare too.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep.
I don't really think Obamacare dismantled our medical system. If anything, I think it helped. I can get into a whole topic about this, but I really do think our medical system is corrupted and very, very, very
it's unfair.
I
You
could
think
talk
it's unfair?
about 30 it's very unfair in my opinion.
And so your main concern is that it's not really can't be afforded by everybody or even most people.
Yeah.
And it can bankrupt the family quickly.
Yes.
What else? What other things do you think are a problem with our current system?
Like I said, I have allergies, so I have to carry an EpiPen basically everywhere I go. Not when
Most
I'm
places,
walking
yeah,
down the street,
yeah.
but if I'm going to a restaurant or something, I have to carry it on me. In our country right now, I think an EpiPen costs about $300, $400 without insurance.
Right.
While in the UK, I think without insurance or whatever, it costs $20. In my opinion, that is messed up. I don't get it. I've seen people, I've had friends who are being afraid to go to the hospital because the bill would be too big.
So would you be willing to trade some of our qualities? So one, you're 100% right. Clearly, having Obamacare in place for 4 or 5 years did not destroy the level of quality of our medicine. You could argue it reduced it, but not at a rate that was even recognizable.
Yeah.
Would you be willing, if that's going to continue, it's arguable that the quality of our medicine will continue to go down. Are you willing to risk us being number one medical innovators, number one medical executors, medical process? Are you willing to trade and make it a possibility that will be surpassed by some other nation to make medicine available to more people with less money?
I don't think that will happen. I don't think we'll be surpassed by a country through medical expertise.
You think we can do
even
both?
if we have insurance,
We
or
can do
if
both.
if we like drop the insurance or whatever.
Yeah.
I think we can do both. I think our country is strong enough. I think we have good systems to support that. But
Yeah, that makes sense. All right, so one, you made a good case for it, and I definitely understand your passion for Biden's policies. I definitely realize that Trump has created a rich soil for people to want him defeated. I definitely understand that. I also think it's very caring. Your desire to have more people have more health care, I think, is very noble. I am concerned. I do believe the more government gets into healthcare, we're the best in the world right now, in my opinion. And I think we risk that when we try to put in, like, to me, if we put in European models, we're going to get European quality, and it's not the best.
Yeah.
It's subpar, in my opinion.
I would like to say something. I do think we are the best. I'm not saying we're the worst. I do think our system is very good. Honestly, it's the best in the world. But there are some problems with it that are gleaming out, and I think that we can strive for even more greatness and innovation than this, in my opinion. But yeah.
Well, and I know you've been really engaged. You've been reading a lot, and I really appreciate that your desire for this is coming from a very noble place, where you really want more people helped, and so I think that's a good thing. Thank you for letting us share these ideas on Biden's policies. Logan is very much go for Joe. I'm right in is right on. I think you should do a right in. But we are interested in what you think of Biden's policies on healthcare. We'd love to hear. Do you agree with Logan, or do you agree with me? Let us know in the comments below. Please consider liking and subscribing, and have a wonderful millennium.